All you have to do is follow 3 simple rules. 1, never underestimate your opponent. Expect the unexpected. 2, take it outside. Never start anything inside the bar unless it's absolutely necessary. And 3, be nice. Welcome back to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, the weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? I want to extend a roundhouse kick welcome.
Booyah.
Back to the show, Dr. Dare.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is part 3.
Yep. Hopefully you watched it with us.
Hopefully you watched it with us and you enjoyed that. And you're going to
I really want to know people's feedback.
I do too. So let us know if you liked it, share it,
ideas, thoughts. Yeah. It was fun. It was fun to do, and that's why we do this.
Correct.
I'm not doing this for the fans. I'm in it for myself.
Yes.
So, if you liked it, we want to do more of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Message me on not LinkedIn.
At me on my MySpace.
Message me on Instagram or the X.
I think the best place to get a hold of him, and this is a great way to get his attention, is through Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Please send me money and I will respond immediately to that.
Yeah. He really responds to that.
All right. Dalton lives like a loner, fights like a professional, and loves like there's no tomorrow.
That's what sold the sways on doing
buy
this.
you guys a drink?
Correct.
Guess not.
Oh,
Patrick Swayze is
Dalton.
I thought you'd be
This is the best trailer.
bigger.
Opinions vary.
When he's around, anything can happen,
How does a guy like you end up a bouncer?
Just lucky, I guess.
and usually does.
If somebody gets in your face, I want you to be nice.
Don't be rude.
Ask him to walk, but be nice.
Help this gentleman to the door.
Until it's time to not be nice.
So says the fighting philosopher.
He may be hard to handle,
Keep talking, you're gonna go off thinking I'm a nice guy.
I know you're not a nice guy.
but he's easy to like.
What's the matter, Dalton? Don't you like women?
Worst I ever had was wonderful.
He's not what you'd expect.
I thought you'd be bigger.
It's 2 times in one trailer.
But there's one thing you can count on. He's the best friend a good time ever had.
Aren't you guys tired?
Doc, I'll get all the sleep I need and I'm dead.
Yep.
This is my town.
I'm playing this whole trailer. I don't care.
Yeah.
I guess you'll be having that fire sale now, all right?
The fire's
What a jerk.
I just think I'm looking at a dead man.
Patrick Swayze,
For that line of work, I thought you'd be bigger.
Wow.
Gee, I've never heard that before.
They're really going hard on that line. Wow. All right, we're back. We're back at it, and we should just jump right into popcorn trivia.
Yeah, let's do it. Chris can figure out how to work.
Let me tell you something, Pandeo.
All right, I've got 5 bangers for you.
Okay. Is this going to be as good as last week, dude?
As good as part 1, you mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes, it will be as good or better.
Oh, my gosh.
The Sways, as we're affectionately calling him,
The Sways.
hurt a knee during filming, which we knew
With
about.
a log.
Yeah, with a log, but with Mr. Teague, his nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
He chose to make Ghost, which came out in 1990, a year later, next because it was less strenuous. He turned down 2 roles to take Ghost because he didn't want to do any hurting of his knees.
Yeah.
The 2 movies are the role of Gabriel Cash in Tango and Cash,
Whoa.
which we know went to Stallone,
Yep.
and Mike Harrigan in Predator 2.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine a Predator 2 with Swayze?
This is the biggest reason that I wish this movie was never made.
That would have been
I would
awesome.
definitely, if this never existed and we got him in that,
in Predator
I'll
2.
take that trade all day. That's some Moneyball shit.
Correct.
Predator 2 could only have been made better by adding this. Because it's already kind of like this.
Yeah.
The Predator 2 and this movie have a lot of similarities, dude.
I mean, he made the right choice. Ghost was a colossal hit.
Yeah.
That's what he's...
Career-making movie.
Yeah, Dirty Dancing and that, like, that's what people know him by.
Yeah.
All right, I saved this trivia point. It should have gone in by the numbers, but I thought I saved it for here because it's a little spoilery. We gave a little spoiler. By the way, this is spoiler zone, so... If you haven't watched it with us.
As if it matters with this movie, but we're just.
I know.
They are spoilers.
After the 5-day-long shoot, which we know was 71 times, when he was fighting Marshall Teague, Patrick Swayze needed 2.5 ounces of fluid drained from his left knee. He apparently had been suffering through knee problems before, needing a similar procedure of draining his knee during the production of Dirty Dancing.
Whoa.
What happens to a knee that it just makes juice when you're hurting it too much and you got to drain it out?
I've known a lot of people who had to have their knees drained, but I don't know why, or I don't know anything about it.
Maybe that should be in Popcorn Puzzles, because I don't know how that works.
Why knees need to be drained?
Yeah, there's juice in
That's
your knee.
That's a real puzzle.
I need to get the juice in my knee.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty common, though.
All right. Patrick Swayze once commented that during production, he wasn't sure he would live through the making of this movie.
Again, that is the epitome of why this is a great movie. Because what?
He was so serious about it and also thought he was going to die.
I was so dedicated that I thought I would die as I filled the role of a cooler working for a man I just met in a town I've never been to.
Correct.
Risking my life. Everything is so preposterous. It's hilarious. I love it.
Oh, I love it too. And I'm just remembering that I missed a stat in By the Numbers.
Oh, it's a look back stat.
So I apologize for not bringing it up last week, but Dalton, this is on Reddit. This is where I found it. And that's where you find these things.
That's the source.
He demands $500 a night, remember? From the owner of the Double Deuce to manage it. I'm going to presume it's open 365 days a year, which comes out to about $182,000 for the year for $500 a day in $1989 or $434,000 in today's monies.
Whoa.
Okay. He goes on to say, he or she on Reddit, it's under shitty movie deals, if you'd like to.
Username shitty movie deals. Thank you.
If Dalton only worked 3 days a week, it still comes out to $186,000 in 2022 dollars. None of this even includes the $5,000, $12K in today's dollars, the signing bonus he demanded to switch jobs, remember? In a movie as absurd as Roadhouse, this has always driven me crazy, says this user.
Wow. I mean, it doesn't drive me crazy. It just fits in with all of the rest of the movie perfectly.
I remember when we heard that, I was like, you should pay him a lot. He's worth it.
Even the switching of cars.
Oh, yeah. Here's 2 last trivia points. The Swayze's fame caused problems during filming. Listen to this, and this is not surprising. A group of middle-aged blonde women attempted to drive up to his trailer during one portion of the filming. Another time, a raft of Swayze fans sailed by while he was filming the big fight scene by the river. A female extra played a waitress who was too busy staring at Swayze to watch where she was going and tripped and spilled all of her drinks on another extra because she was just gazing at the Swayze.
I would have done that, dude. No hate.
A Swayze gaze.
Swayze gaze, dude.
Oh,
she got caught in a strong Swayze. Dude.
Oh, man. And last but not least, when Dalton first shows up on the Double Deuce, I said on. I should have said at, but I'll leave it as it stands.
Yeah.
He stands at the end of the bar next to a post, and I brought this up when we were watching the movie. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's Buddy's Corner.
Yeah.
Buddy was Patrick Swayze's nickname.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
why it was like tied together right there. So we kind of...
You figured it out.
We closed that loop.
Yeah.
All right. Get ready for beefs and puzzles.
Okay.
Popcorn beefs.
The beefs are going to be tough.
Beefs are going to be tough.
Can I love a beef?
I love beef, but sometimes beefs need to be expressed.
Correct.
Where's the beef? Hey, where's the beef?
In Should You Watch This fashion, I have a couple of trivia points that created beefs for me.
Okay.
The car that Dalton bought at the used car lot was a 1965 Buick Riviera.
Oh, a Riviera.
The only year that Buick used the clamshell headlight covers for the Riviera. The other car that he drives near the beginning of the movie before picking up his Mercedes-Benz and leaving for Missouri was a 1964 Buick Riviera. So my beef is with Buick. They should continue to have made the clamshell lights forever.
They were so cool.
It was like this crazy, like pointed weird thing, and then it went yoink.
Yep.
It was so cool.
It was awesome. Like a mouth for your lights.
Yeah, like a beak.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very cool.
100%.
And the last beef that I have, and you're going to love this beef. The film's knife maker, Jack Crane, made blades for Predator.
Oh my gosh.
In 1987.
Rambo.
No. Let me get the beef out. Die Hard, 1988, and Demolition Man from 1993.
Whoa.
All four movies were produced by Joel Silver. Guess what my beef is? It's related to what you just said.
What?
It should have been made by Jimmy LaLaye.
Yeah, dude.
From
Where's
Rambo.
LaLaye?
When I saw I think we affectionately say LaLaye because I mispronounced his name. It's Lyle.
Yeah.
But when he pulls that knife out, I instantly thought of Rambo.
Sure. For sure. Both of us were like, whoa.
That looks like a LaLaye.
It looks... Yeah.
But in fact, it was a Jack Crane, and he made blades for Predator, Die Hard, and Demolition Man.
That's pretty cool.
So those are my beefs. I don't really have, like you said, it was interesting when we're reading all of the reviews on part one. I agreed with the terrible reviews and the great reviews.
Yeah, so, I don't know how to process a beef here because I'm thinking of things that I beef with. I don't wish they were removed from the movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like them in there. So
correct.
I don't know. I don't have any beefs.
I don't either. I've been thinking about this a lot since we watched this. And like you just said, if you bring up a beef, you're like, I would rather it still be there.
Yeah, correct. So am I really beefing? I mean, from a critical, like if you're a movie critic, I get how you could just rip this apart.
Yeah, it's
none
not
of it makes
great.
sense. There's not a plot of the world's best bouncer being hired for some shithole in Missouri.
Correct.
None of it makes sense. He switches cars. The guy has a ticket. He's like, I got your ticket right here. And he's like, I don't like flying. It's too dangerous. I'll drive. Then he's there in like 5 minutes.
Insane.
Where the fuck were they there? Like, what? I have so many questions, but as you remove those kinds of things, it gets worse. So like none of the ingredients are good by themselves, but when you mix them together, it's good.
Yeah, and for a movie that was so bad, in quotation marks, it spawned a sequel, and now we're getting a remake with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor's in it. Post Malone is in it, which is what? I'm so intrigued by that film that
Correct.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, and I guess I say it makes it good. It makes the movie better having all these things. It's not a good movie.
No.
Like I don't want to be judged here.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a good movie at all. It's a terrible movie. But to the point on the last week or the first half of the pod is
yeah,
the entertainment value is so high. The one-liners, I thought you'd be bigger. What does that guy say when he's hooking up with that chick in the closet?
Oh,
he's like, I'm going to make you my something. Like,
oh no.
There are so many things that are said that are just inappropriate that you can't help but laugh. I don't really have any beefs, man. I don't.
Yeah. And this is a movie that it was so much fun to watch it with you. I mean, we've been buddies for a long, long time. And like, imagine watching this with 2 or 3 more of our buddies.
Yeah, it'd be better.
It would be so much fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I kept saying in part 1, 2 weeks ago, about the vibe of The Reanimator. I watched that movie twice, and that was too many times. But the 2 times I watched it were with a ton of people, and it was so much fun.
Oh, it's just so outrageous that you laugh.
Yeah. There's not many movies like that where it's so bad that it's good, but also even better when you watch it with a bunch of people who are going to appreciate it.
This is interesting too, because like, I don't know, maybe this is a terrible comparison, cut it if it is, but movies like Black Dynamite, where it's like kind of like they know it's bad.
Yeah.
Like the mic drops into shot in a scene, and he's like behind a car and is rolling away. His like cover is rolling. It's funny and they know it. This is so funny in that same way, and they thought they were making a dead ass, seriously good film, which makes it funny, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna leave the beef, but as it stands.
Yeah. I guess my beef is these kinds of things can't be replicated.
No.
It's only made through some serious bumbling, dumb shit.
Correct.
It can't be replicated. You can't just create a movie like this.
Correct.
Which sucks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There's no way the one with Jake Gyllenhaal is good in any way. And ironically, unironically, it's going to be terrible.
Well, I don't know, because it's funny. I read an article, and I don't know the exact numbers. I'll just paraphrase it. But because after I did the research, what's funny is I kept getting the Jake Gyllenhaal one because it's the one that's more top of mind. I was like, I got to watch the trailer and read a couple things about this. And they gave the producers an option of you can have... And again, I don't remember the numbers. You can have a specific amount of budget for releasing in theaters, or we can give you more money and you can release it online on Amazon. And they chose the bigger budget.
I think that proves my point. That's going to make it worse.
I don't think so. I don't think it can make it worse. I think they're smart enough to take that money, because it's harder to make a lot of money in the back end on the theaters these days, because if it doesn't explode, you're not going to make as much money for that reason. But also, I think they wanted some money to make like bigger explosions and do what if they
spend it like making it more outlandish, then that will be cool. Like,
yes, that's
really
what I'm saying.
High production value stunts that don't matter would be awesome.
Correct.
But if they, like, I'm equating money to like how serious they're taking it. And I can see them trying to go full sways. Like Jake Gyllenhaal's like, Spider-Man wasn't shit. This is it for me. You know,
I think he's going to do what Swayze did and try his best, because he's very cut and he's dedicated. He's a dedicated actor,
jacked, bro.
And then I like the fact that they have this Conor McGregor, who obviously is not an actor. And when he's in the trailer, it's like he's hamming it way too far.
I haven't even seen the trailer.
I don't know if maybe you should. I think it's fine if you did. It won't spoil anything. I do like the opening of the trailer. It sucks me in for sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. It's like there's these 4 or 5 dudes come in to fight him, and he says, "Hey, is there a hospital really close by here?" and he's like, What are you talking about? And then the guy behind him is like, "Yeah, I think it's like 20 minutes away." And then he proceeds to slap them so hard. All of them, just slaps. He doesn't punch. He's just slapping them, like, because it's fun. It's like a game to him. And that was like, okay.
It is kind of Black Dynamite-y, where they realize they're doing it on purpose. I hope so.
I think so. Yeah, because there's a lot of one-liners where Jake Gyllenhaal's like, "There's a lot of rough people in this town."
Yes.
So I think
that's what I want. If you're going to make a sequel, that's exactly what I would want it to be.
And you can just watch it on a Friday night at your house because it's on Amazon.
Correct.
So it's not like you got to go to the theater to watch this, which is also fine.
I love going to the theater. Like
I do too.
Dune 2, I will see in the theater.
I will be there. Correct.
But I do think it's a much more of an event for me. I used to go see everything. Most stuff I'd rather watch at my house. It's so dumb, but there are some things I need the theater for.
Correct. I agree. All right, let's get into popcorn puzzles.
A sphincter says what?
What?
A sphincter says what?
What?
Exactly.
All right, I got 4 puzzles for you, and they have trivia sprinkled in.
Okay. I have one puzzle, but...
Save it. Save it.
Yeah.
According to Sam Elliott, all of the actors did their own stunts. And I should have you say this because there's many swears, but he says, I effing got the S kicked out of me for the entire film. That's the quote from Sam Elliott. He says they were all trained by Benny Urquidez.
Yeah, no, that was it.
A holder of 9 black belts in nine different disciplines. Urquidez believes so much in Patrick Swayze's ability that he suggested Swayze become a competitive kickboxer.
Can I just say that I actually thought while he was kicking, he looked like a dumbass quite a bit.
I agree. And also, I wanted more roundhouses.
We need more roundhouses. We need less of him standing punching that bag like a fucking 7-year-old.
According to Benny Urquidez, he was good.
Maybe I just don't get it.
All right. I like the fact that he's saying he should have been a kickboxer, and Jake Gyllenhaal's character in the new Roadhouse is a UFC fighter.
Sick.
Which is even better.
Yeah,
I like that storyline for him. That makes it much better.
Then he went on to become an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Correct. All right. Particular criticism in the wake of the film's box office disappointment, which, again, I don't understand, was directed at United Artists for marketing the film as lighter and more comedic. I was mentioning this on part 1. In order to attract female moviegoers who had enjoyed the Sways in Dirty Dancing. However, the film's long afterlife on video and cable made it a cult classic and cemented admiration for it as a hyper-masculine camp.
Yeah. A hyper-masculine camp.
Correct.
That's it.
My puzzle is, why would you even think, did you not watch it and then say, let's market it to these ladies? Or did you watch it and also decide to market it to these ladies? Like, what?
I mean, it's shady, but so is everything everyone does. They're just trying to draw on the Swayze crowd, the crowd that he can bring. I mean, they're trying to get those ladies floating down the river to spend their money in the theater, you know? So.
Oh, I just took a drink of water. I almost spit it out onto my monitor. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like I don't begrudge them for trying to get those ladies into the theater.
It's still puzzling to me.
I guess, I don't know why you don't just change the fucking movie to make it so those, like, if you're getting Swayze coming out of, Dirty Dancing, you're getting Swayze.
He did 2 other weird movies. Don't look them up because you'll just,
oh no,
it'll blow your mind. But he did 2 other weird, just go look, do some homework.
You could easily adjust this movie into they had the plot of the ladies whose uncle's shit got blown up and they had this really weird love story. Just tweak it, put some tops on the ladies, and now the movie is acceptable. Now that guy's wife isn't leaving him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you probably make more money. Like, the goal of this movie is to make money. In the box office at the time. Mm-hmm. They did not have that in mind when they were making it, dude.
I mean, they thought they did.
They made it for dudes like us in 2020.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. That's a real puzzle.
They should have put it in a time capsule.
Yeah, the marketing, I think, was correct. I think the movie itself missed the mark.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that puzzle got solved 20, 30, 40 years later.
Correct.
Okay. Julie Michaels. This is the craziest puzzle of all time.
Okay.
Julie Michaels, who played Denise or Denise, the lady that was doing yoga in the
blonde who's the like
Treehorn's house.
I'm so sorry, dude. Treehorn's blonde, yeah.
Yeah, so his lady.
She used to swear.
Said she was very nervous leading up to doing her topless tabletop dance scene because she had never performed nude before. Then her boyfriend committed suicide the night before filming.
Oh, what?
Producers said they would postpone the shoot, but she told them she'd do it even though she was an emotional wreck. Okay.
I'm not sure I can watch this movie anymore. This makes me feel gross.
I'm so sad for this lady.
I feel so gross.
I'm so puzzled that she would be like, hey, can I take a week off before I do this crazy nude topless scene? It's insane.
That's a hell of a puzzle, dude.
There you go. I told you. When I read this, my jaw was open.
I'm going to enjoy this movie less now. Thanks, Nick.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
All right, last puzzle. Patrick Swayze reportedly agreed to do this movie so long as he could keep any and all of his wardrobe once filming was completed.
What a great move.
He had made a similar demand for his costuming from Ghost, but his agent at the time was unable to secure the deal.
Like that's the line item that they're like, we can meet your demands, but no on the wardrobe.
Yeah, you're not keeping the wardrobe.
You ain't keeping shit, all right? We got to get Jake Gyllenhaal in this in 50 years.
I mean, to his point, remember the white gi shirt that he had?
The gi shirt was sick. The like almost turtleneck was sick. The flowing pants were sick.
That's true.
He looked the best he's ever looked.
He made a great choice.
He made a great choice. He looks so good.
Maybe our next business idea is remaking all of the wardrobe pieces in Roadhouse and selling them for all of us to wear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would wear that gi shirt every day.
The gi shirt was, we talk about it while we were watching the movie. We're like, oh, he's in it again.
Well, yeah, because they showed him first like from his chest up.
Yeah.
So he thought he was just in a karate gi.
Yeah.
No, it's a gi shirt.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. Correct.
And again, like they kind of made him like from the Orient. His pants are very flowy. I mean, kind of like a mixture of like the Orient Vice. You know?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I mean, what puzzles did you have? I'm sure there are many.
Here's one. Where in the fuck are the cops, dude?
Oh, yes.
Where are they? They're outside blowing many buildings up. They are killing people.
The Bigfoot driving over all of the cars at the dealership.
Correct. He throat rips him, throws his body in the fucking river. But then inside someone's home, inside where you can't hear it from the outside, they shoot some motherfuckers and the cops are there immediately?
Immediately.
What? This is the wildest small town where the
sheriff doesn't show up until the last 2 seconds of the film. And he looks like Barney Fife. He's like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Also, he has the cops like under his control. Why wouldn't they come and help him? Why weren't they there earlier to like they could have showed that he did when they come and they just let him go or something?
Yeah, maybe there's like a weird scene where he's at the station and he's giving him an envelope of money and he's like, listen, we don't need.
They're like pulling in some other guy. The police were a huge puzzle for me.
That's a big puzzle, dude. That's a great puzzle.
I have a puzzle like, this is so dumb, but how did he just happen to get that loft?
Oh, man.
It's across from a topless party 24/7.
He literally can open, it's almost like a
cool floor-to-ceiling window thing.
Yeah, the deck window, double doors. He can open them up. He's got his shirt off and pants almost down, and he's just watching nude parties.
Let me turn this light off so they won't see me. And the guy's like, no one wants this place. Like, dude, sign me up. Sign me up.
I read in the production, they built the whole structure just for this movie.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? Why didn't they blow up that instead of the old man's house?
I know.
Blow it up while he's in it.
Like, is it just for revenge? Is it just for spite?
It's like rich people shit where he like doesn't want the fight to be over. He just wants to string it along.
Yeah, I'm going to sue you into oblivion even though I know I'm going to lose.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to kill your friends and everyone you love. Yeah, dude, I don't.
Yeah, that was a sick apartment.
Oh yeah. I mean, why did he have so much loyalty to that dumbass club owner?
That's true.
How did they fix the double deuce so fast?
Oh yeah, there was scenes where within 1 second it's all of a sudden
From
rebuilt.
one day to the scene ends, the next day it is a brand new thing.
From our perspective, it just got instantly upgraded.
Yeah, and like I guess the rich guy cooled off while he built it. He like didn't sabotage it at all. He just let all the work be done just so they could finish like
I mean, we talked about how this is like a video game where you've got mini bosses and then a boss fight.
Correct.
Like it's almost as if they did some side quests so that the double deuce could get like an upgrade.
Yeah, it's like in a game, it's like, no, we've started the upgrade. It's going to look like this for about 24 more hours. And then once the upgrade's complete,
it's done.
It's done.
That's exactly what it felt like. And also, it's like dirt roads right up to the double deuce, but yet on the opposite side of this weird dirt road is a fully fleshed out hardware store.
Correct.
Like in the middle of nowhere. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, I have trouble because everything was puzzling. And if they had solved these issues, the movie gets worse. We're right back to that. So that's all.
Puzzle not needed to be solved.
Correct. It's no longer a puzzle. I will say it's crazy that neither one of us had ever seen this. That's a puzzle.
It's true.
Came out in 89. We love stuff like this.
We love movies. We love watching movies all of our lives, even before we knew each other.
Yeah.
And yet the Roadhouse escaped.
Everyone I talk to laughs when I tell them that we're doing this podcast. They're like, oh, I've seen it 20 times.
I mean, I've told you this story before. I was gaming with a bunch of my buddies and they started talking about Roadhouse and I got very quiet and then very angry. And I said, if you continue to talk about Roadhouse, I will mute myself for the remainder of the night.
Yeah.
And guess what I did? I muted myself. I muted them, I should say. I muted them for like 40 minutes. And then they kept texting me, I was gaming. I was killing fools. I was in the game. But I said, are you done? And they said, yes. And I said, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to keep myself untainted.
Yeah. I was a super Roadhouse virgin.
And it was worth it.
It was.
To watch this clean with you and not knowing anything about it and capture it for you guys.
Correct.
You're welcome. Any other puzzles before we get to our last category?
No.
All right, let's get into popcorn redemption.
I have exorcised the demons.
All right, it's no surprise that we liked this show.
Yeah.
So my redemption is, well, I have one redemption that's sprinkled in with trivia, but I'm just thinking like part one, I said, I'm not sure how this was able to be made. I'm glad that it exists somewhere.
Yeah, same.
You know, and at the same time, I'm not going to be revisiting it all the time. But if there's ever a moment where
he says that, he may. I'm going to watch it again and I'm going to make this happen.
I just feel like if there's ever a time where there's a bunch of us and we're like getting wings or
correct
and just want to hang out and have it on, this would be a top choice.
You were telling me the other day, we were talking about filming it and like listening to the audio.
Oh yeah.
And I almost think you could, because of the way this movie was. Obviously the visuals are interesting and engaging, but like you could probably just listen to it with us and get 99% of the entertainment value, because it really is the preposterous nature of the writing that makes it funny.
Well, and especially because of the
sound effects.
Yeah, like hearing all that makes it much more entertaining. I wish I could give the audio. I feel like I'm going to have a copyright issue.
Yeah.
But I recorded the audio with us, and for those people who've watched it many times and know about it, they could, like you said, listen to us without the audio and still have a good time, I think. But it's obviously best enjoyed with the movie.
Yeah.
So that was the design at least. Well, I have a redemption. The Sways wrote Cliff's Edge and sang it. And Raising Heaven and Hell Tonight for the movie's soundtrack.
What?
I did not know that.
Do you have samples of those?
I don't, but I'm going to
add them in post. We'll fix it in post.
I'll fix it in post, so you'll be hearing at least one of these right now. And when we talked through the entire credits until it was completely over.
Yeah.
And those songs were awesome.
They were written by Patrick Swayze.
And performed.
That's fantastic.
And I love the blind guy.
Honestly, he's a huge redemption. I think, what was the name of the band?
Jeff Healey Band.
The Jeff Healey Band. They were awesome. Again, another weird thing.
So weird.
You just happen to have a blind guy here. They don't really explain it, but he's awesome. I mean, he was unironically very cool.
Like just watching him with the guitar on his lap and him just playing it like a keyboard. It was insane.
It was very cool. Unironically cool.
I love that Bradley Treehorn was in this. I love that the explosions were insane. It was just like, hey, let's take everything out of this building and put as many gallons of gasoline and light it on fire.
Yes.
I loved those explosions in the 80s. They're just a ball of fire.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And there was many of those. Like many.
It's a lot of, for the 10 buildings this town had, they're like half gone.
Yeah, half of them are gone.
They're half gone. And the other half have just been renovated into some really nice bars.
Yeah. The double deuce got
honestly, like
2 upgrades.
Can I just say, the renovation made it look like a family fun center. It did not make it feel like a rock and roll bar.
No.
Also, could you pave that shit? Just pave it. Pave the lot.
Let's get the dirt out.
It was part of the upgrade. So weird. The upgrade was so weird.
So weird.
I'm just going to mention something now because it needs to be mentioned. It has no bearing on this. When he first got there, I never imagined someone singing behind a fence.
It was like a chicken.
It was like a chicken wire, like a chain link fence that they had to, because people were throwing shit at him so much.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I can't believe how many bar guys, like
how many coolers?
No, because he's the only cooler, the bouncers.
How
many bouncers are on the team? If they're paying Swayze that much.
Oh, I have a puzzle.
Okay. Retroactive puzzle.
Why on earth is the shadow man the bartender for like 5 seconds?
Oh, Keith David.
What is Keith David doing in this movie, taking a role where he has like 2 lines that don't matter at all?
They must have cut out a lot of stuff.
Because when I first saw him, I'm like, is that Keith David? That's what? And then it is, and then he's gone. I expected, because of who it was, that he jumps over the bar or does.
Yeah.
Nope. He just hands out drinks. Hands out a couple drinks.
Couple of words, couple lines. That's it.
So weird.
I loved the whole speech about the rules. I loved the kick him in the knees, break the knee area, and
we talked throat rips yet?
I wanted another throat rip.
Maybe, you know what? Okay. It is a thriller.
Because you're waiting for the throat rips.
Yeah, because he had ripped a throat before.
And we're waiting for the one
And we're waiting for the throat rip to happen again.
Because they talk about it. That's right.
Yeah, he ripped that dude's throat. And then, like, Sam Elliott gives him the talk. Man's got to defend himself. Like, whatever he said. I mean, that's the thriller. Like, oh, nope, he didn't rip any throats.
And the thrilling moment where he had this throat rip
at the end. At the end with his fingers.
Pulls it back like, I'm going to pull out the throat rip. Oh. And then he does it. It's like that scene in Karate Kid where Mr. Miyagi goes, honk. I'll give you a throat rip.
Oh, you don't deserve a throat rip.
Listen, this since we're in the unbeknownst category of things that don't belong anywhere.
We're in the discussion phase of this podcast.
I thought I would see Patrick Swayze's Ding Dong. We
Really?
kind of did from very far
Didn't he
away.
like dive in or do something?
Yeah, there was a very far away dong, but I thought that for some reason I would see a weird shot
projecting. Of it. He saw that one really nice ass shot and was like, "Wait, I need more."
Oh, that's right. We do see him fully.
As he's looking at one of the titty parties across the river.
Oh my gosh.
Like
that. There's so many weird, like nude scenes, so many weird, unintentional, just crazy.
Like, why did that girl, after her boyfriend killed himself, why was that scene even in the movie? Why did she do that?
They could have got any other lady to do it if they really absolutely had to have a weird.
I know, but like
it was way out of place.
It wasn't.
Sure.
It didn't even fit the scene. It's like in the middle of the scene, she just starts doing it, and everyone's like, "Okay," and then they just kind of go back to.
I mean, it fits Treehorn. He was loving it.
It did
the known
fit some
pornographer,
including known pornographers. Yeah, dude. Talking about it makes me want to watch it again.
That's probably the only benefit of this pod. Is for everyone to get amped to watch this crazy bad.
I think if you go into it looking laughably at it, because dude, Patrick Swayze takes this role as serious as any actor has ever taken any role, except it doesn't deserve it. And that juxtaposition makes it funny.
Yeah.
I was so confused the first half of the movie. And then about halfway through, I was like, no, I get it. This is awesome.
Yeah. So we're here. What's the rating? How do we rate this? Is there a new rating that we have to come up with? Because it sounds like we didn't like it and we liked it at the exact same time.
Yeah, like it's a 1 and a 10. I mean, from a critical, like this director should never do anything else again. Whoever did the casting, most of the people, you know what? No one should do anything like this ever again. Anyone involved, stop it. Go into a new line.
But also, thank you.
But also, what a miracle. You know what I mean? Because there's not really any one thing that was good about it. No. It is the sum of its parts. They used a bunch of gross ingredients and they accidentally made something delicious.
I mean, that scene where all those guys are shooting at the Mercedes coming in that has the knife that
Correct.
He killed Sam Elliott with, and he's like, "Here's your knife back," and he's not in it, and they're blowing him away with shotgun shit. Like, it's insane.
Like as if you could even stab the knife so hard you keep the pedal down.
No,
everyone involved should just be taken out and beaten within an inch of their life. But thanks, guys.
But also patted on the back.
Yeah, no one gets any kudos, dude.
I mean, kind of. A little bit. Like
that's like someone falling on top of $1 million and taking credit for earning it, dude. Like no one set out to make the film that got made.
All right. My rating is it's a, I don't even know, like a popcorn bucket
a full bucket of coconut popcorn,
coconut buttered, body oiled
popcorn. It's not great, but after a while, it tastes good.
Yeah, you're like, I guess I don't have anything else to eat.
I don't think this is made for human consumption, but it tastes good.
It tastes really. It's like the spray cheese. You're like, I shouldn't eat this. It's super salty and
someone
it's not.
Give me a cracker.
It's not real cheese, but I don't have anything else to eat.
Yep. I think this is perfect rating for this is like a school grade, and this is a B. I'm going to give it a B for the epitome of what a B movie should be. It's not an A. This is not an Oscar-worthy, tear-jerking, life-altering, moving piece of cinema. It's not, but it's extremely memorable. The one-liners are so funny. I'd say a B is the perfect place for it because it is good. A B is a good grade. You know what I mean? It's not an A, but it's I'd say a super solid B.
I just been thinking about this. I have a 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
With the popcorn buckets. I'm going to give it a thrive.
Yeah. A thrive.
There you go.
Yeah.
We made up a new rating. This is a thrive.
Yeah, it's a thrive.
All right. Any parting thoughts before we close the doors on the Double Deuce?
Just one last puzzle is I thought he would be bigger.
That's it, folks, for this week, but I am with you always. Look for me in the cloud at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you'd share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Another way to support the show is by throwing money at me by any way you can. One way is by visiting patreon.com/Popcorn Priest and see what extra perks you can enjoy. If you made it this far, go and give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I commend these. As always, thanks for listening, and thanks to my reoccurring and hopefully coming back more than he has in the past, Dr. Bradley Dare Treehorn.
Yeah, I'm back, baby.
And remember, when you watch movies, you can pop off, pop in, or pop out, but always bring the popcorn.